Hey everyone, welcome to another video by Optionables. My name is Saket and in today's video we are going to look at the outlook for expiry. It has been quite some time since we made the last video. I think the last video was made on 30th of June after the expiry. So we are coming 1 week later. So I'm also going to update you as to what happened during this week and how was the performance. Before which first we are going to understand what happened to the markets and what is the outlook for the markets. So if you look at the price action yesterday, it was very negative because the market opened higher, it went towards 16,000, tested 16,000 but immediately started to fall and it closed at the lowest point of the day, and the price action as such was quite negative, but we have all seen that 15,700 has acted as a very good support for the market multiple times. So every time the market went to break 15,700, immediately there was very strong buying and the market has gone up. Not just that, when we look at the daily candle for the entire last week, every time the market has opened lower, the market has ended in green. That means the daily candle is in green. So every time the closing is much higher than the opening. So this is sign of positivity. Whenever the market is trying to go down, immediately there is some buying coming in. So yesterday's price action was negative, but the follow-on price action what we saw today was extremely positive. So the markets opened almost slightly higher, maybe around 50-60 points higher, but it ended almost at the day's high, closer towards 16,000. The better part to this is, in spite of the global cues being so bad, so if you look at the Asian markets, all the markets were down almost around 2%. In spite of that, we opened positive, held strong and ended at the highest point of the day. So if you look at the top performers, all the FMCG stocks, banking stocks, finance stocks, even IT for that matter, ended up doing really well. Only Reliance and certain metal companies were the laggards. So overall, it was a very strong performance because we saw very good buying in almost all the sectors, and that too, the buying was so strong, most of the stocks ended up rallying close to around 2 to 3%. Right now, we are at a very crucial stage, closer towards 16,000. So tomorrow, in case if we are able to break 16,000 and hold 16,000, then that is going to be very positive for the markets, and we can expect 16,000 to be support for the short term. That is given that tomorrow market opens higher and ends up holding 16,000. So tomorrow, let's assume the market opens higher, but it is not able to sustain 16,000, then that is not a good news at all, because 16,000 has proven to be resistance couple of times, and if it again turns out to be resistance, it is going to get much stronger and the market will again come back towards 15,900 or even closer towards 15,800. So because 15,700, again we have a very strong support coming in, and I don't expect 15,700 to be breached. So if you look at the banking stocks show much more positivity than Nifty. So when you look at Bank Nifty, it has now broken 34,000, also ended decisively above 34,000, and we have the nearest resistance coming in closer towards 34,800, and later we have the support closer towards 33,500. So anyways, we are going to now quickly move on to the screen recording, where we are going to look at the open interest and the chart data to see what can be the plan for the expiry and what range we are expecting for expiry. And also just to give you a summary of what has happened in the last 3 days. So overall, the last 4 days, that is Friday, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, it has gone fairly well for us. So overall, the first 4 days itself, we are almost up by a close to around 9 to 10 lakh. So I'll just show you from the back office while we go towards the screen recording. So it has been a fairly good week, and if we continue with the same momentum, again this month or quarter can also become fairly good. So this is the summary of what happened to the markets today. So now we'll see what is the outlook for expiry in the screen recording. So with this, now we'll be quickly moving on, and meanwhile, if you're liking the content, do not forget to hit the like button, share this video and subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining. Hey everyone, welcome to the video. In this video, we are going to discuss about the outlook for Nifty and Bank Nifty based on charts and open interest. So since tomorrow is expiry day, we can get some good trade ideas which we can use for tomorrow. So I have put the chart of Nifty and Bank Nifty. First we are going to discuss that and then move towards open interest. So as we can see here, I have put a 5-minute chart. Even if we observe some basic price action, so you can see that Nifty was facing some kind of a short resistance at 15,800 right over here. Once 15,800 was taken out, 15,800 became a support for Nifty. So here we are focusing for a very short period because we are looking at a 5-minute chart. So 15,800 became a support, and on the higher end, when you actually look at this, 16,000 became a good resistance for Nifty. So based on today's and yesterday's price action, so market is consolidating between 15,800 to 16,000. So now we have a range in mind. The thing is, if you look at the markets right now, they look bullish, and even SGX Nifty is suggesting a gap up of close to around 40 to 50 points. So the idea here is, if we are able to open and sustain above 16,025 for around 45 minutes, that is up until 10 o'clock, then this level is going to be a very strong support. So why am I telling till 10 o'clock? Because usually first 15-20 minutes the price action will be quite volatile. So after that, if the market is stabilizing, then a lot of people will come and end up shorting put options. So that's why this level is going to be quite crucial. And on the downside, let's say tomorrow we don't open gap up, so that time this 16,000 level is going to be a very strong resistance. So it will continue to be a very strong resistance because we were not able to break it today, we were not able to break it yesterday, hence this will continue to be a very strong resistance. What if we end up opening gap down? So if we end up opening gap down, then we have a immediate support around 15,800. So let's say we end up opening around 15,900 or 15,880, then so 15,800 we have a good support, 16,000 we have a good resistance, then we can end up doing a 15,900 short straddle. So if we are opening a gap down, then the idea is to go for a 15,900 short straddle. If we are opening above 16,000 and sustaining there for over 30-45 minutes, then the good idea would be to do a simple bull call spread at 16,000. So that would be a fairly good idea. And on the lower end, right now it doesn't look like that we are going to have a 200 point gap down looking at the global markets and SGX Nifty. Even if we end up opening around 15,800, 15,700 would be a very good support, but 16,000 will act as a very strong resistance. So if we are opening towards 15,800, almost around 200 points lower, so then we can easily do a short strangle. So one at 15,700 and maybe at 16,000, or even a 15,800 short straddle would be a good idea. So this is the idea what I have. So in case if the market ends up opening between this range, so then it is a very good idea to do a short straddle and hold the short straddle until either it breaks on the upside or the lower side. So this is the idea what we'll be working with tomorrow for Nifty. So now when I come to Bank Nifty also has a similar range. So you can see with the simple price action of yesterday and today, so there is some good support at 33,800 right over here. So very good support at 33,800 and some stiff resistance towards 34,400. So 34,400 is a stiff resistance. So even here the logic is more or less the same. If we are opening above 34,400 and staying there up until 10 o'clock, then you can easily go bullish, or you can take a bullish trade like a bull call spread and keep your stop loss for a close below 34,300. So if you're closing below 34,300, you can come out of the bullish trade. So you will end up with a loss. It is definitely a risk worth taking. So you can simply do a 34,300 bull call spread if we are opening above 34,400 and sustaining there for some time. And if we end below 34,300, if we come below that, then we can maybe close the trade. So similarly, on the downside, we have some very good support around 33,800. So when you actually look at open interest along with the chart, so let me just open the open interest because it will give us a better idea. So this is the open interest for Bank Nifty weekly, and you can see that there are many puts compared to calls, close to around 41.7 million puts compared to 29 million calls, and strong put writing at 34,000, 33,500. At lower levels we have a very strong put writing. 34,300 has some good put writing. So in case if you are opening higher, it does suggest a lot of positive momentum because of the aggressive put writing what we are seeing. So in case if we are opening higher, so let's say we end up opening towards 34,500, then a lot of people will end up creating a 34,500 short straddle, because right now this has the highest amount of calls, and not just that, there is some good resistance for Bank Nifty towards 34,700 and 34,800. So that's the reason if we open towards 34,500, it is also a very good idea to create a 34,500 short straddle, because on the lower end we will have good support near 34,300. On higher end we have good resistance around 34,700. So all in all, 34,500 short straddle will be giving you a very good risk to reward trade. So now if we actually end up opening lower, so the open interest is definitely suggesting some amount of bullishness, not just in Bank Nifty, even when we look at open interest in Nifty. So even open interest in Nifty does suggest the market to be bullish. So you can see that there is strong amount of put writing at 15,900, 15,800, 15,700, and good amount of short straddles at 16,000. So this is a clear sign of bullishness again. So looking at the global cues also, it does look bullish, but what if we end up opening lower? So if we end up opening lower, so let's say we open towards 34,100 or 34,200, then we know for a fact that there is good resistance here, good support here. So quite easily we can end up creating a 34,100 or 34,200 short straddle. So we can keep our stop losses if the market crosses 34,400 or comes below 33,800. So this is going to be a very easy trade. This is the idea what we have for Nifty and Bank Nifty as of today for expiry day. And this is more likely what we will be doing tomorrow also. And we will be mainly trading in Bank Nifty. If we are ending up higher, opening higher towards 34,500, then we will be taking a 34,500 short straddle with some amount of bullish trade with a simple bull call spread. If we are opening anywhere gap down towards 34,000, then 34,100, 34,200 short straddle is definitely on cards. So now this is the overall idea what we have regarding tomorrow's trade. So before we wrap up this video, I would want to show you the P&L from the last 4 days, because from Friday we haven't put a video. So let me just go to Firstock here. So here I am going to go to the back office reports. So under back office reports, I am going to go to reports again, then go to the P&L reports from 1st of July. I'm going to select indicative P&L from 1st of July. So it is going to show only the profit or loss during this period of time. So you can see that we have unrealized close to around 7 lakh and 2 lakh the net realized gain. So almost close to around 9 lakh net P&L positive. So it's almost around 4 trading sessions, and considering that we have done fairly well, and we would only hope that this momentum continues. So with this we also come to the end of this video, and I hope that today's analysis was useful, and let us see how the market behaves tomorrow. So one thing what you have to keep in mind is that end of the day, no matter what kind of analysis we do, it is all left to the markets. So markets can be extremely volatile, and it might end as we expect, but in the middle it might move however it wants. So that is something which we should be careful of, and if the VIX slowly cools down towards 15 or 14, it will be much easier to trade. And you can see that the conditions have become actually much easier to trade even now, but it will become still easier if the VIX cools down. So with this, we also come to the end of this video. If you have liked this video, then do not forget to hit the like button, share this video, and subscribe to Optionables. Thank you so much for joining.